Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again with another Across the Timeways card review, and it has finally happened. The fabled Warlock legendary RAFAAM has been revealed, and you get 10 cards in one, and if you play them all, you win the game. This card is just ridiculous. This is Hearthstone incarnate. This is beautiful. We're gonna go a full deep dive into this card, review it. You want to win it. We're giving away 2 regular pre-orders and 3 mega bundles out of my pocket to enter that giveaway. Like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until next Tuesday, I want another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go Baroque. So yes, we have this guy over here, Time Thief Rafaam. He is a 10 mana, 10 minion with Fabled plus the regular Fabled cards. You get the 3 total, and it'll be like 3 of 30 of your deck. With Rafaam, it's 10 Rafaams, so 10 cards in your 40 card deck will be Rafaams. They're all different mana costs, so right away you can play Elise. She'll be ready to go, and you're gonna play Curse Catacombs anyway, so easy Elise synergy. Regardless, yes, it reads Fable Plus. Your deck size is 40, so you have extra cards, which will take it a bit longer to get to those cards, right? But has 10 Rafaams. Battle Cry, if you played the rest, destroy the enemy hero. So let's go through all the Rafaams you need to play. Note that it says play and not summon, which is a huge deal, which we'll talk about. What are these Rafaams? So first we have the Tiny Rafaam. It's a 1 mana 1/1 with Death Rattle, draw a Rafaam, and that could be any of the Rafaams that are in your deck, right? So basically just like a loot hoarder, draws out, you know, cycle through your deck. Not too bad, no crazy impact there. We have the 2 mana 2/2, the Green Rafaam. Yes, we can green our opponent, relic style or whatever. Battle Cry, give Rafaams in your hand +2/+2. So any card that's got Rafaam, I wonder if it'll like buff the older Rafaams. Like, what is there, 2 of them or what? Yeah, there's 2 of them, right? There's the League of Explorers one, and then there's the Warlock one that like changed all your legendaries to random legendary, or your cards to random legendaries. Would he buff those? No idea. Regardless, yeah, you buff your Rafaam, so you get a bit of a stat boost on your minions. Then we have the 3-cost guy, the Murloc Rafaam, and yes, he is a Murloc. 3 mana 3/3, Battle Cry. The next Rafaam you play costs 3 less, and that's this turn or next turn or whatever. So if you have one that's 2 or 1 mana, you can play it for free alongside this, or cheat out a bigger one down the road, right? Or you can like weave it in that turn if you have more mana. So good mana cheat, get you to get those, play those Rafaams, which you really need to do. We have the Explorer Rafaam, a 4 mana 4/4. Battle Cry, you discover a Rafaam from your deck. So you get to draw it out, play it, whatever. That's pretty good. Again, you don't know particularly which one you'll get, but you'll get one of the other 9 if you have them all in your deck, right? You'll have the option, gives you that flexibility. We have the War Chief Rafaam, a 5 mana 5/5 minion with Battle Cry, gain 5 armor. If you control another Rafaam, gain 5 more. Shield baited, crying in a corner. But yeah, you have any other Rafaam on the board, that's 10 armor, and you're just trying to survive to play all your Rafaams. That will help you out, right? Stay alive, that seems pretty good. We have the 6 mana Rafaam, the Calamitous Rafaam, a 6 mana 6/6 demon. So he's a demon, deal 6 damage to all minions that aren't Rafaam. So this will hit your own stuff, the enemy stuff, unless they're Rafaams. And if you're in a Rafaam mirror, it wouldn't work against other Rafaams, right? As long, if it's got Rafaam in the name, it should be pretty immune. So again, nice board clear, try and stay alive. 6 damage is a lot. That clears most boards unless there's like Death Rattles or Divine Shields or just a ton of stats, but very, very relevant Death Rattle, or sorry, Battle Cry on that to clear those boards. We have the Mind Flayer Rafaam, a 7 mana 7/7 minion with Taunt. Battle Cry, if you're holding another Rafaam, summon a copy of this. So if you greened it, it's going to be 2 9/9s, which is pretty good, right? Or double the battle cry, you get even more. So again, nice way to try and stay alive, get some copies on the board. Seems pretty good to me. We then have the giant Rafaam. That's right, we got to have another 0 mana giant. It's an 8 mana 8/8 with rush, so it does something when you play it. It costs 1 less for each Rafaam you've played this game. So you play 8 other Rafaams, it's 0 mana, or like the discount one, make it 3 less, you can get a bit of a more mana cheat on this too, right? So another way to try and stay alive, you can cheat this out later in the game. Seems pretty good. And then yeah, lastly, we have Archmage Rafaam, the 9 mana 9/9 minion, which is pretty good and also really nice against certain type of decks. Battle Cry, transform all minions that aren't Rafaam into 1/1 sheep. That's a way of getting rid of some starships, getting rid of some Egg of Keloses or Protoss type of cards. Polymorph effects, right? You turn them into sheep. They will transform. They're not counted as dead. It's very expensive. It's 9 mana, but you also get a 9/9 with it. And, you know, you're also getting to that end goal where, yeah, ultimately, if I played all of those Rafaams, all 9 of those, we end off with Time Thief Rafaam. If you play this, they'll blow up. So, yeah, you're playing a 10 mana 10/10. That's not great. However, your opponent blows up, which is pretty good. And the only way to counter that is, I guess, what, Objection in Wild? Or I guess the new, what, the Hulk card or whatever it's called, the Deathlight card that gives your minion or your hero Death Rattle. It will come back. It will come back from Time Thief Rafaam. So there is counterplay. It's kind of crazy that Warlock has now Rafaam and the Wheel of Death in Standard to destroy the enemy hero cards in Standard at the same time, in the same class. Wheel of Death will rotate next year unless they put in the core set for some reason, but I can't imagine. But yeah, that's pretty insane. Really cool card. It's an amazing cool card. People are going to love this card. I guarantee you it's going to be like day one craft for most people, whether it's good or not. People love cards that say destroy the enemy hero, and every single card in Hearthstone history that has had that wording on it has seen competitive play at some point. Every single one. The worst is probably the Paladin hero. That still saw play, even with like bounces and whatever. Anytime you can destroy the enemy hero, it'll see play. Ironically, probably the worst one was like that 6 mana one that destroyed your hero, not the enemy hero. So yeah, it's got a lot going on for it, but there is a huge glaring downside to this card, which we alluded to at the beginning. You have to play all 10 Rafaams. This is extremely weak to Dirty Rat disruption style of cards, where if you just lost, like it got summoned by a Dirty Rat, your combo's done, right? If you don't play all 10 Rafaams, you can't destroy the hero. And I'm wondering how big an impact that'll be. Dirty Rat, not a very popular card right now. You obviously are going to be playing other minions, so there's no guarantee they're going to hit it, but that is a big deal. Or like a card gets discarded somehow or whatever, right? There's always those type of effects. That's a huge downside, but at the end of the day, a lot of these cards are pretty good. Like, you don't mind playing, like gaining 10 armor or summoning a copy of a taunt or polymorphing. That's just valuable tech. There's a lot going in with it. It's a deck in its own. Also, you do have 40 cards, so you have to really cycle through, fish for these Rafaams quite as fast as you possibly can. And when we already have strats like Egg of Keloses, Quest Warlock, Wheel of Death, Starships, is this better than that right now? Probably not, but again, rotation will be occurring. A lot of that stuff is leaving, or support for that stuff is leaving. Like Discard Warlock or Quest Warlock loses a lot with rotation and isn't getting like any support so far. It'll be really interesting to see, but I think this will be a super popular card. I think it will be competitive at some point, whether it's not right away, because again, it gives you that win con of winning the game. and that is so valuable in Hearthstone. Did you know that winning the game is really good? There is counterplay, which I do think is important in Hearthstone, but it is pretty harsh towards this card if Dirty Rat becomes meta, or again, it can just lose to that Deathlight legendary. That I will give this a 3 out of 5. I want to give it a 4. Like I probably, but with Wheel of Death and all that stuff existing, I think in the current meta, it might not be that super strong. I believe, to me, it'll be a 3 out of 5 in standard. In Wild, it's way too slow, and Disruption is so much more prevalent there. I don't know how you can really get away with it. And it'll be funny, you could play this with Renathal and get 40 health. You'll still have the deck size as 40. I don't believe, my understanding is Renathal will still say 40 cards, regardless if you have RAFAAM or not. You don't get like a 10 extra cards or whatever, but you will get the 40 health, right? So that's nice. But yeah, I gotta give it a 1 for Wild. I don't see it. Like, you got all those end of game effects. They just don't see play well. They're too slow. You end it through other means in that format. But what a rad card. And I've heard rumblings. I can't confirm anything. I've just heard rumblings that this might actually have a signature, and each version might have a signature for it. And just imagine, it'll probably be a lock behind a Gamba, but there might be something cool coming down the road. So there you go. That's one card, but really, is it? It's 10 cards. 10 cards in one. Let me know what you think about RAFAAM in the comments down below. There's one more review later in like an hour or two, so stay tuned for that, and that'll be the final one of this expansion, and I cannot wait to play me some RAFAAM. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.